Hi and welcome to this week's Ask AJ. So we're doing it a bit different this week. So we've invited across from our Retreats and Hideaways office the lovely Julie, who's going to today talk a bit about why now is a good time to maybe think about having your house put on as a holiday let.
Yep.
So particularly you might have just bought a second home and you may be only using it a couple of times a year. And you might be thinking, oh, shall we holiday let it in between and get some cash coming in? So Julie is the lady that can help you make that happen. So, I mean, do you think now is a good time to?
A great time. I mean, there really hasn't been a better time to, have a holiday let in this area. The market has just been absolutely booming. I mean, we've experienced it, haven't we?
We have. It's been busy.
On our way to work, on our lunch. The lakes have just been so busy. There's so many tourists, people that would have maybe usually have gone abroad that just haven't been able to for obvious reasons. So the staycation market in this area is booming. Everyone I speak to, if they're not on holiday in the lakes themselves, seems to have a friend who is or a family member who is. And it's just really been such a busy time. So there really never has been a better time.
And you've seen that from the houses that you're already kind of managing as holiday lets. Some of you are running at really high occupancy, getting a lot of interest.
Absolutely. As part of Retreats and Hideaways, we offer executive property management for our holiday homeowners. And we would usually look at an expected occupancy rate to be maybe around 60%. And we've been topping 80% occupancy rates. Some people have been charging real premium rates, nightly rates. And people have been really managing to kind of capture that newly found or increased holiday market in the area.
Yeah. And there's quite a broad sort of spectrum of demand, isn't there, from smaller, maybe even like one-bed holiday lets to bigger, more substantial houses for bigger families or groups.
There really is. I mean, I think within the Lake District we really do have a 365-day-a-year holiday letting season. We have climbers and walkers and people coming away with their dogs, couples, families, so we really can maximise the market in terms of people who come here. A one bed can appeal to you couples. If people were looking at buying a holiday let, the ideal home would possibly have a couple of bedrooms that could be for a family. Or what I would always advise really is if people were looking to take on a holiday let or buy a holiday let, deciding on their target market before they look at the type of home that they want.
And you can help with that, can't you? Through Retreats and Hideaways, and you come up with a proposal and target market and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. The first thing we do with anybody, whether somebody brings a home to us or whether somebody comes to us looking for a holiday home, would be to discuss their requirements. So how much occupancy would they be looking for? How much of the time would they like to use it? Because a lot of the homes are actually second homes that people holiday let as well. So we've got to make sure that it works with both of those two demographics, and really getting down to that level of detail right at the start and make sure that process works really well at the end for our holiday homeowners.
And is there any key areas in the lakes that are proving more popular, or is it just very much within the national park and surrounding areas?
I mean, the key areas have always been Windermere and Ambleside, and those areas are really expanding now, in that more areas of the lakes are becoming more popular. As these areas are getting so busy, some people are looking for somewhere slightly quieter, or just because of the shortage that there has been in accommodation, those areas are naturally getting larger and larger. So it's really expanding that holiday area to be bigger than it's ever been, really.
Wow, so it's booming everywhere.
It's booming. It's
You'll
really,
be busy.
really great. Very busy. Yes.
But you've recently got some help, haven't you?
Yes.
Taking on some extra team members.
Yeah, Tess has joined me next door in the Retreats and Hideaways office, so that's fab, an extra pair of hands. And like Edward said, we just really are so busy helping our homeowners with people that are just starting out in the holiday letting market, giving them all the advice and tips that they need to make sure that they make the right decision and that they get it right from the start.
Yeah.
We're crazy busy buying furniture and furnishing these holiday lets and making sure again that the holiday lets are furnished for the criteria and the needs that we need to meet.
That's a good point, isn't it? So you don't just manage it as a holiday let, you will help give advice and style a house to maximise its best profitability and make it look its best.
Yeah, we get in right at the start as much as possible, so then we can advise and stop people making those little mistakes on getting a piece of furniture that doesn't work or that isn't high enough quality, or we really work with them to make sure that it's appealing. Because people buy a holiday from a picture. So if you're online booking a holiday, you book it from the pictures. So the images are really key, the styling's really key, and having the right facilities is really key. And they're all things that we work really closely with our holiday home owners on.
Very comprehensive
Yes.
service you offer there, Julie.
It really is. It really is.
And to people, just so what would be the next step? They would just give you a call and you can put
Absolutely,
together
yeah.
a proposal or meet them.
Yeah,
and go and book
whether
that.
people are looking for a holiday home, they have a second home already that, you know, they may be thinking about potentially holiday letting, maybe they're not using it as much as possible, and again, it might not necessarily be income that people are looking for, but the maintenance and the use and all of those things, you know, homes need to be kept warm to keep them ticking over, and so all of those things can really work well for people to find they're not using the holiday home as much as they
Especially during
thought.
winter, which I suppose is around the corner.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm going to throw you now. Do you know the number for people to call? I always get stuck on that one.
01394 888
Brilliant.
is the Ashdown Jones office. So we are a sister company of Ashdown Jones. So if you call the Ashdown Jones office and ask to speak to Julie or Tess, we'd love to have a conversation with you at any stage you are in terms of your holiday home journey. We'd love to speak to you and give you some advice.
Brilliant. Super. We look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Julie.